Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. So whenever the list of ODM rebels surfaced, Esther Passaris' name would always feature. ODM recently punished all the rebels of the party, but Esther Passaris' case was made a bit lighter because Esther Passaris defended her position, saying that she had to support the housing project because she advocates for giving over, affordable houses to Nairobians. And because she's an advocate, she has been advocating for such a project, she had to support the finance bill, which was contrary to the position of the ODM. Now, as a result, there was words that Esther Passaris was crossing over to RUTO's faction. And we also saw instances where I think Esther Passaris attended meetings which are organized by Gachagua, which were organized by RUTO, and I think at one particular time she went to the State House. So Esther Passaris always featured amongst the list of those rebels within ODM. Jalango, and the Tomo Genda, you know them. The list is a bit endless. Yesterday, there was a committee which took place in Parliament. Esther Passaris rose.
The arbitration and the alternative dispute mechanism, and actually bring the Ministry of Lands, bring in the police, bring in the community, bring in the judiciary, and together we look at how we can safeguard the dignity of the people that we are supposed to represent. The people in Mavoko, I understand where they're coming from when they say this was our land. We gave you the land to do business because you will bring some economic gain for our people. This land was sold to innocent Kenyans.
And when Esther Passaris rose, she rose to talk about the ongoing crisis in Mavoko and the looming crisis in Kirimaland, whereby in Kirimaland, that place, the residents there have been asked to vacate the place and leave the land to the owners. So there was some aerial view of the land whereby we could see the place iko na watu wengi sana. Chasing people out of that place will cause one of the biggest mayhem in Nairobi. So Esther Passaris rose and for the first time differed with William Samoei Ruto over the issue of Mavoko demolition, and also differed with William Ruto over what's looming. I want to remind you here, ladies and gentlemen, that there was talk that there is a case about Nyandarua land, a land in Nyandarua County, whereby there are people there who are supposed to also vacate. And it is alleged that Gachagua came out to defend those people. So this is what is becoming so interesting now. Gachagua defended that evacuation in Nyandarua. But then what about Mavoko? What about Kirimaland? What about them? So this is what is causing political turmoil right now. And it is emerging that the people of KK are punishing the people of Azimio. That is what is now being interpreted. This move is interpreted in that manner, that the people in KK are punishing the people in Azimio. Let's take, for example, Mavoko. Mavoko, hiyo area ni area ya Wavinya Ndeti. And Wavinya Ndeti recently declared her support for Kalonzo and Azimio in totality, despite the fact that initially she had shown some indication of wanting to support the RUTO regime, but she made her stand known that she is supporting Kalonzo Musyoka and the Azimio brigade. If you go to the issue of Embakasi, Babu Owino area there, yeah, unapata kwamba Kirimaland is again another area that is being affected. And then if the government is going to then again conduct demolition in that place, then the kind of confusion that will come from that move will be unimaginable. I saw aerial view of Kirima land and the occupation there and the buildings. It's not going to be business as usual if the government makes that effort of demolition. This time round, they have been given a period of I think 2 months, because it's up to December for them to evacuate, and we are hardly into November. So I think it's close to 2 months which have been given for them to vacate the place. So I think the government is now trying to comply with the notice policy, the policy of notice, because in the issue of Mavoko, the biggest mistake which they made is that they did not take into consideration the issue of notice to be given to someone so that someone can prepare to evacuate the place. In Mavoko, that is what happened. There was no notice. They were just ambushed with tractors and bulldozers. You should just leave today, you know. So I don't know how the government is going to handle Kirima, but the word has it that in Nyandarua, Gachagua has declared that that cannot be done in his backyard. So what are we seeing? If it cannot be done in Nyandarua, and we know very well that Nyandarua is a KK area zone, then how comes it's been done in Azimio's zone? And all these people, Kenyans, I think if the government wants to do something, it should be universal across any county that is affected. If at all the solution is to demolish, then it should be done to any, not this, regardless of whether you are a shareholder or a non-shareholder. All this thing boils down to the narrative of a shareholder. Nyandarua, because they are shareholders, they should not be touched. And Kirimaland or probably Mavoko, because they are non-shareholders, they should be chased. I mean, I don't know that you understand this logic. Personally, I think what people are saying could be the case. How comes these areas are affected, these areas are not affected, and all these people Kenyans? Ladies and gentlemen, just take a moment and go below the comment section and offer your reaction to what you think about Esther Passaris.
The county government gave approvals for construction of houses. The services were provided by Kenya Power, provided by the Ministry of Water, titles were provided by the Ministry of Lands, and then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and you say this land belongs to us. So I was thinking, with all those 4,000 acres of land that East African Portland has, surely couldn't they have actually figured out how to compensate the people, or to actually give these 200-300 acres of land and say, this is your land. We have actually survived and made profits out of this land. So we will give you this land. We will end this court battle, you know, so that the people can actually live in peace. The land that is in Nairobi right now that we're talking about with the Kirimas, I really would like the government to seriously look at the Dungu report. We came up with the task force. We came up with the Dungu report. This was supposed to cure the injustices that came up with land. And up to today, we've never implemented the Dungu report. So I want the government to have a humane face. As we're saying, we want to build houses for the people. We want to give dignity to the people. How do we give dignity to the people and the promise of dignity when today we erode that dignity by bulldozing houses and schools and churches? Even if those churches were built in land that was not theirs, how was that church built with a title? How was that church built with approvals? So
in this video that I shared, Esther Passaris has made a U-turn, talking about dignity to the people, because she supported the housing policy or the housing fund or the housing project because she wanted people to be accorded dignity. If I may take you back to years ago, I think when Moi was still in power, Esther Passaris introduced a project known as Adopt a Light in Nairobi. And that project is what introduced her to the political space. And that's the reason why she became a women rep. And that's the reason why she has becoming successful in politics. Adopt a light. And back then, you could adopt a light, a street light. Nairobi ilikuwa ni full of gangs everywhere. Now when that adopt a light was introduced, gangmanship, hizi mambo za thuggery zilianza kureduce, because now Nairobi liko kuna street lights. You could adopt a light, you know. And then there was that into partnership with the city council back then. So that project worked well. That's why, and that is the reason why she was propelled to politics. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to rest my case there, but I want to urge you to just give us your remark regarding what Esther Passaris said and the move of Esther Passaris to like make a U-turn on William Samoei Ruto's policies. What do you make of that? For those people who are not subscribed to this channel, I'd like to kindly urge you to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a like and don't forget to hit the notification bell. It's so important because if you do that, every time we upload any video, you'll be getting notification on your smartphone. Now, to those who have supported this channel by either subscribing, liking or sharing a video, I want to tell you here that I'm forever grateful for that support, because without you, this channel cannot grow. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.